hands of those who have ever been in a fight or a battle. Wow.
Every day.
Good for you. You see, I was raised in a Christian home. And for years, I was taught that you should not fight. Never get into a battle with anyone. Stay away from fights. But it was not until I got to about age 18 that I truly realized that many battles of this life are not physical. And as such, does not require a physical fight or combat. Let me tell you a little bit about Pete. Pete lost his job of 8 years, and his girlfriend round about the same time. It was devastating for him. He didn't know what to do. He felt that there was no need to continue living. No one would truly understand how he felt. And those who did, they just couldn't help him. True. Pete wanted to fight back, but he didn't know how to do it. He felt unwanted, unloved, rejected by both man and God. Depressed and frustrated, he was contemplating suicide. And that's when I met him. I told him that this is a right battle to fight, but you're fighting it wrong. Like many others, there is different stresses of life that causes depression and anxiety. Many in our world today are battling these. They sit beside you, they walk with you, they talk with you, but most of the time you don't know. Because they believe that no one will truly understand. And those who do may not be able to help. You see, back then in life, a story shared was a problem half solved. But most of the time in our world today, a problem shared to the wrong audience becomes a topic of gossip. But nevertheless, the first step in winning the fight over depression and anxiety is to speak out. Tell someone, and just not anyone. Someone who will understand. Someone who will help you to walk that dark path. Someone who will reassure you that you're not alone in this and that you can start fighting, because fighting begins within. Fighting begins within. Today, Pete is on his way to overcoming because he decided that he would start fighting. And he would start fighting from within. You see, the mind is powerful. And the mind is where depression and anxiety begins. And it is where depression and anxiety sits. And so you have to start fighting from within the mind. No wonder the greatest book, the Bible, states that transformation will come through the renewing of the mind. So start fighting from within, because transformation begins within. Ladies and gentlemen, life will throw us blocks. Life will put us down. Life will kick us to the curb. But the moment we decide to start fighting, the moment we decide to tell someone, it's the moment that we realize that we are no longer survivors. We are warriors. So start fighting. Fight within. Renew your minds. Be positive. Be optimistic. Tell someone you can do this. Winning begins within. So start fighting within.